Hey there, Alyssa, your favorite brand chemist here. It is between Christmas and New Year's. I have no idea what day it is. You probably don't either. And I'm not fully working this week, but what I am really doing is spending some time trying to give my business a little refresh and make sure that I'm set up for success in the new year. For me, 2024 is going to look like hopefully the year when I am able to hire some people. My business has done very well, it's growing, and it's time to get some help so that I can keep growing and expanding. And I have some other goals as well. But I thought it might be helpful to take a minute and stop and kind of talk to you for a minute about 4 things that I am doing right now to set me up for success in the new year, because you might find them helpful as well. So let's jump right into it. So number 1, I'm taking some time this week to review my socials. Now, Facebook and Instagram have a really cool feature where you can view your profile as someone else, as a friend or as a follower. And I recommend that you do that every couple months or once a year. Take time, do a really quick scroll through and record your first impressions. Like if you were looking at your socials for the first time, what would be your first impressions? And ask yourself, are those the first impressions that I want people to have? Even better, have someone else do a real quick review of your socials and tell you what their first impressions are. And then ask yourself, is this the first impression I want people to get on my socials? If not, what can I do to change it? Number 2, rethink your metrics. Listen, I have about 350 followers right now on Facebook, and I make most of my living off of Facebook. Numbers are not everything. The number of followers you have does not necessarily correlate to the number of dollars in your bank account or the amount of revenue coming in from your business. So I recommend this year, highly recommend putting some processes in place so that when you make a sale, you have a way, an automated way of finding out where that sale came from. Because this will help you really target the places where people are seeing your message and they are responding. It'll help you understand what kind of content is actually bringing in revenue. There are a whole variety of ways to go about this. Maybe we can talk about that more in another video. But at the very least, find a way to know when someone reaches out to you, how they found you, and what attracted them to your business. Because the more you understand that, the more you can rinse and repeat and start getting more business from social media. Number 3 is branding. Listen, if you've been around any length of time, you've heard me preach this over and over again, but branding is basically all about the messages that you are putting out into the world. It's not about your logo and your colors, although those are a part of it, but what messages are you sending? Are you using your social media presence and posts to communicate authority, authenticity, and connection to the people who are checking you out? If you're not, you're missing the boat. Because again, we're not on social media as business owners simply to entertain. We're on social media to bring in revenue. So take a look again at your social media profiles, at your branding, and ask yourself, does this really convey that I'm an authority? I know what I'm talking about. That I'm authentic, I'm a real person, I'm trustworthy, people can buy from me and trust me. And number 3, am I building an emotional connection with people? And if you're not, that is a huge thing that you can do in the new year, focusing on those 3 things to bring in more revenue. Let's just say it together, revenue, the word of 2024. For your business, I hope it's revenue. Okay, and number 4, and this goes kind of right along with that last one, dial in your messaging. If you don't have a clear brand value statement, if you don't have a clear mission statement, if you don't have a clear brand story, it's time to work on those things. Because if you're not clear in your head about who you are, why people should choose you, and what the benefits are for them, then I guarantee you, you're not communicating it clearly in your social media. And if people are confused, or if they're not quite sure, they will not buy. So it's time to get absolutely 100% clear in your head about what you offer and how you can help them. Now, if you'd like to learn more about setting your business up for success, about developing an entire powerful brand that makes sales 10 times easier, click the link in my bio for a free training that goes into much more depth. I'll see you there. Happy New Year.